Vamos al lío. Vamos a ver. Ay, ahora me pica la nariz, tío. Tengo que ir para acá. Oh, me voy a la habitación de Jin, ¿no?
Thank you for coming on such short notice, Honorary Knight. I know you must be busy. Well, to make a long story short, there's a particular matter at hand that the Knights requires your assistance with.
Veo que los caballeros están tan ocupados como siempre.
Yes, it has been one thing after another recently. Neither myself nor any of the monsters. I have recently received multiple reports from the Knights of someone within the Lawrence clan having close.
The Fatui?
Ojo.
Again?
Los Fatui,
Who
¿eh?
are the Lawrence?
There was a dark period in Mondstadt's history when the aristocracy ruled over the city. The hard-won freedom that followed with the fall of Decarabian was lost once again. The first Dandelion Knight, Vanessa, spearheaded the revolution that overthrew the old aristocratic system and established the Knights of Favonius. The aristocrats that had oppressed the people of Mondstadt were none other than the Lawrence clan.
Oh, Paimon gets it. So the clan's descendants are now scheming with the bad guys to carry out more
We suspect as much, though we have yet to obtain any solid evidence. The reason I summoned you here today is to ask you to help us further investigate this matter. Unfortunately, the Knights of Favonius and the aristocracy have been at odds with one another for as long as We've already considered every possible way of resolving our differences. But it seems the descendants of the aristocracy, no matter what stance we take when dealing with them, the outcome is we could come knocking on their door on the grounds of a search warrant. But if the investigation were to come up empty, all of our past efforts would have been wasted.
Pero como caballero honorario, técnicamente también pertenezco a los caballeros de Favonius.
You are in fact the best candidate to represent the Knights of Favonius, but you need not emphasize your role as the honorary knight. You're a traveler from a distant land. Once you come to friendly terms with the Lawrence clan, you should be in a good position to learn more of their
Whoa. Leave it to Master Jean to come up with such a...
Perhaps such plans have become second nature after all. The name of the Lawrence clan member in question is Schubert. Lately, he can often be found strolling. It is said that he is difficult to get along with due to his temperamental disposition. But if we approach him... Thanks again for your help. If you run into any snags along the way, I'll do anything in my power to support you.
Muy bien, pues tendremos que... Mira, ya empezamos. Activado esto. Y entiendo que tenemos que reunirnos con Eula, ¿no? Que es una de las aristócratas de la familia Lawrence, ¿puede ser? Si no me equivoco del nombre o lo he pronunciado mal. No debería haber ese problema. Porque es que el tema del temperamento es que me recuerda al... Claro, como a Eula no la conocía, aquí en la historia, hice el evento este de la nieve, la del impostor de Albedo, y ahí salía Eula y me decía, Eula, personaje, no sé qué. Ah, vale, este es otro. What the fuck?
Huh? Who are you?
Hello. We're here to...
Hello? Did I hear you correctly? Huh. And I suppose you think that you can simply strut up here, and given that I don't recognize you, I can only assume that you are a traveler of some variety. I'll have you know that if you wish to address me, you'd best consider your words more carefully.
Pero bueno,
Such
mongolo.
nonchalant manners
Que te ha dicho
are
hola,
inadmissible and will never... Now, if you're somehow capable of understanding anything I've said, then you will get down on your knees, apologize for your negligent actions, and give me a proper introduction. That is the appropriate etiquette.
¿Qué tortazo es que se merece un tortazo.
That's etiquette? Paimon's never heard of something so
In former times, when people knew their place and respected traditions, and neglecting your manners would result in a swift whipping.
¡Ojo!
Look at the world now. Rules have been thrown to the wayside and manners forgotten. Ah,
No me sorprende que los,
Bear to see
que los
such
aristócratas
degradation.
cayeran.
What did you say? You dare question the dignity of the I'll have you know that though the Lawrence clan is in decline, myself and others of noble blood are looking for a chance to just look around. The people are unruly and undisciplined. I, however, strive to retain the... Save your words. I find your manners and bearing repulsive. I have no... Besides, I am in no way obligated to instruct... Now I have more pressing matters to attend to.
Qué tonto, de verdad, ¿eh? Qué tío más tonto.
So this is what Master Jean meant by difficult to get along with. Let's head back and talk things over with her.
Ah, pues no sabía yo que fuera bueno eso que comentas. Es decir, el tema de tener a unos personajes que carrileen, no tenía ni idea de eso, la verdad. Yo es que, tú sabes mi problema, Saúl, mi problema es que juego exclusivamente con un equipo. Con 4 personajes. Intento alternar un poco, o por lo menos darle una oportunidad al resto, sobre todo también por estilo de juego, ¿no? Pero yo, los demás personajes, sé poco, no lo utilizo y me da rabia, tío. Y me gustaría darle un poquito de usabilidad. ¡Ojo, Amber!
Well, if it isn't the honorary knight. I'm just on my way out to gather some
Honorary
intel. I
knight.
didn't expect to run into you here. Huh? Judging by your expression, you must...
Master Jean tasked us with a special assignment, but
No need to get down on yourself. Sometimes things just don't turn out as planned. Even I can't guarantee. You just have to keep at it and never give up.
Es que es verdad eso, ¿eh? Nunca sale,
Hey, why don't you
sale
let me try to
como
help?
uno quiere, ¿no?
What's the problem?
Así es más fácil de ahorrar los recursos y usarlos en lo que es importante.
Master Jean asked us to build a connection with someone named Shu, but it turns out that he's a peculiar character.
Aha, Schubert! I know him. Let me guess. He said you I've been on the receiving end of his lectures many a time.
You mean everyone in the Lawrence clan is just a big headache?
As aristocrats, they believe there should be a certain distance between themselves and common folk. However, there is one exception among the Lawrence clan. My good buddy,
Oh.
Eula.
Buddy?
That's right. Not only is she from the Lawrence clan, but she's also captain of the Knights of Favonia's 4th Company. Eula is special. She's not quite like the other members of her clan. In other words, she doesn't really adhere to the strict rules and However, she's still quite knowledgeable about dealing with the Lawrence.
That's strange. If Eula is a member of the Lawrence clan,
Well, it's a little complicated. Basically, the Lawrence clan has frowned upon the fact that Eula joined the In their eyes, Eula is nothing but a traitor to the She's very easy to get along with. Just explain the situation, and I'm sure she'll help you. In fact, I think she's out in the wilderness on patrol this morning.
thanks, Amber. All right, you heard her.
Good luck, you two. I've got my own matters to invest.
Claro, por eso yo a la hora de
Guess the Knights
jugar
have a
con
member of the
Eula en la
Lawrence
historia de
clan.
Albedo,
If you want to learn
había cosas que no me cuadraban porque no sabía que pertenecía al ejército, ¿no? al de esto de Favonius. Joder, no me sale lo diré. A esto de los caballeros, que no me sale. Es que Bárbara es maravillosa. A mí me encanta Bárbara, sobre todo para el tema del support. A mí, por ejemplo, los que me carrilean son... serían Venti, Razor y Shangli, por ahora.
the Fatui. What are they doing here? Is that why Eula was sent on patrol here? Let's fight first and talk later.
Es que, ve, no me hace falta nada más. Ah, vienen refuerzos.
Let the show begin.
Ojo,
Nice and spicy.
Maravilloso.
You don't think twice before reaching for your
Maravilloso.
sword, do you? Do you have any idea how long I've been tracking these targets, and now you get to stake a claim? You think you're stronger because you got to them first? Mark my words, vengeance will be mine.
La venganza será mía.
What?
That's right. I heard the commotion and came as swiftly as I could, only to find you two already fighting the Fatui. If I didn't make my move, you would have been able to take all. Still, I'm glad you're unscathed. Confronting that number of
Sorry, Paimon doesn't understand what—
Concern? Why would I be concerned for the safe?
Arch enemies? Wait a minute! You were saying how glad you were that we—
By which I meant, if you were injured, I'd have to escort 2 strangers guilty of stealing, which would mean you'd cause me even more trouble. My vengeance would be swifter.
Huh? So that's how you see all—
Yes, that's me.
Paimon thinks she's pretty strange.
You dare to call someone you've just met strange? Forget the aristocracy. That's rude even by normal Speaking of which, how do you know—
This is the honorary knight of the Knights of Favonius. And speaking of rude, he's so obsessed with etiquette that he's not even willing to—
I understand now.
Ojo. Ojo.
But why do you mean to investigate him? I see.
No. This is an assignment from Master Jean. It's just an investigation.
To the everyday citizens of Mondstadt, everyone in the Lawrence clan is scum. It's natural.
Hard to avoid such a reputation when you're known as the ruthless—
Oh, so that's what you think of me?
But didn't you say—
Curious. We've only just met, and you've already given me 3 causes for I assume you need me to teach you the conduct of the Lawrence clan.
That's right. Amber told us to come and talk.
Well then, let's begin your training immediately. It'll be easier to train when we're back in We can put that aside for now. Besides, if it's the acting Grandmaster's assignment, and
Mira, al menos es una persona razonable.
Paimon's confused.
No es como el subnormal ese que me ha dicho que no tengo educación ni sé los protocolos de los aristócratas. Peínate, hombre. Peínate. Vamos por aquí.
Paimon has met bigger weirdos before.
Y ahí está Eula.
Ah, you finally arrived. There's no time to spare. So
Wait, hold on. There's something we need to clear up for—
So that's still on your mind, huh? Maybe you're the ones who can't. Don't worry. There's a time and place for exacting vengeance.
You need to be in the right mood
I already have a long list of vengeance to exact. Even if I wanted to begin now, I'd have to start in the right order.
Me recuerda a Itachi, tío. A Itachi, no, a Sasuke. Con las venganzas. Porque me vengaré de Konoha y su puta madre. Tengo una lista de venganza que flipas. Pues igual, tío. Me ha recordado perfectamente a Sasuke.
Who knows how
Sasuke
long
de
it'll be
Naruto,
before
¿eh?
I get to you.
Well, if you have so much to take care of—
Absolutely not. Stealing my targets, calling me a ruthless ruler, and suspecting my uncle.
Hola.
But you needn't worry. At least, not whilst we're investigating this matter. If Uncle Schubert didn't commit any wrongdoing, then— But if he did commit a wrongful act, then he should bear— I'm sure you understand. Good. Now, there are 2 key points that aristocrats attach— Let's begin with your manner of speech. Aristocrats have a very unique way—
Oh, Paimon's already learned some Mark my words, vengeance will be mine!
Not even
Tonta, de
close.
verdad.
And besides, it sounds
Hey! Paimon learned it from you! And didn't you say no— It seems you don't respect the rules of your own clan.
No, I've no need to trouble myself with such frivolous formalities. Here, allow me to demonstrate. For example, when greeting a friend, you could say, "As the morning dew greets the coming dawn."
As the—
However, such a phrase may only be used during the morning hours. Also, the party morning dew is not uncommon, so it expresses that friendship should not be measured by value. Oh, no. You must be prudent with your words. Calling someone—
¿En serio?
didn't you just say
¿Llamarle buen
my
amigo
dear
a
friend
alguien
in your
es de un...
example?
¿Puede quedar mal?
confused.
No, hombre. Los aristócratas aquí son un poquito tontos, ¿eh?
Yes, I did. But you must know in the Lawrence family, dear friend is a set phrase that can only be used towards certain friends with whom one is. It sounds much more pleasant to call an acquaintance a dear friend. So however, if you were to use dear friend to address an intimate friend, the recipient would think that you were deliberate. This is only the first step in making a greeting. After addressing one
no!
another, you then
Acabo de
exchange
caer.
courtesies.
Eula podría estar en los Avengers. Podría ser una vengadora. El paso para saludar, después tiene que extender sus cortesías mutuamente. Madre mía.
Wait. This is all too. Perhaps it would be better if.
Ah,
Va a ser que no, ¿verdad?
very well. Come with me. We'll choose some bystander.
Ojo. Tú mismo.
Oh, you're Eula of the Lawrence clan.
You there, lowly laborer. You stand in the presence of a member of the illustrious Lawrence clan. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility. What comes next?
Huh? I can't make heads or tails of it.
Hold on. What did they always teach me? Whenever a dispute arises, protection of your family's prestige and got it. As a lowly commoner, you shall maintain absolute reverence when speaking.
Is everyone from the Lawrence clan so strange? The days of the Lawrence clan's tyranny have long passed. I don't care what you're trying to do. Just beat it. Like I said, I don't care what you're doing. I have nothing to say to any member. And here's a word of advice. I wouldn't be caught dead walking too closely with any one of their like. That's
Joder.
all, I'll be going.
Pero si es
Afraid I
súper
won't be
maja
able to
esta mujer.
control myself if we talk any longer.
Hey! Don't leave! Halt!
Wow. The Lawrence name really does care.
Never mind him. I could have predicted as much.
Pero es que también, como lo ha dicho Eula, flipo, ¿eh? No, literalmente, no le sale nada, ¿eh? Claro, porque no lo practica. Y porque seguramente no le gustará. Tiene toda la pinta.
You there, lowly toiler. You stand in the press. Please acknowledge the glory bestowed upon thee by the nobility, and solemnly kneel to the. Huh? Why don't you respond? According to the custom, I must wait right. I mustn't look at you too long, or I'll be drawing more attention to our difference in status. Fine. You may spare yourself the formality of kneeling, as it may be a little inconvenient. I shall continue.
Hey, stop bothering me or else I might say something you wouldn't like. Then again, I've got no words for anyone.
Again? What's with this attitude?
¿Por qué se comportan así? Coño, si me viene uno y me dice póstrate y arrodíllate ante la presencia de la familia Lawrence, pues perdona que te diga, pero le digo, tú quién mierda eres, vete de aquí. Que así de sencillo, no me jodas.
Yes, I don't think his attitude will change. If I keep grandstanding like this, the outcome. I'll remember your unwillingness to comply. Mark my words.
La venganza será mía. Pero a esta mujer, ¿qué le pasa, tío? Todo es venganza. Como haya algo que no le cuadre, venganza. Maravilloso. Me encanta esta mujer, ¿eh?
You there, lowly worker.
Yo me postro. No, Saúl, no te postres ante la familia Lawrence. No te dejes pisotear. Aunque dependiendo de qué waifu estemos hablando, yo me dejo, ¿eh?
Yeah, I've already heard it all before. Look, just spare me the time. Our answer's always the same. We've got nothing to. I mean, seriously, can't you just take a hint?
Please calm down. We don't want to cause a.
I know she's a knight of Favonius, and that the knights wouldn't misplace their trust, but the name Lawrence carries too much. Even to this very day, the descendants of the Lawrence clan are still scheming to reclaim Mons, and if that wasn't enough, here you are purposefully using their awkward way of.
But mark my words. This
No veo esta
transaction will not go
transgresión.
unnoticed.
La venganza será mía.
Huh? You want to fight? Listen here. I may be no match for you, but I'm sorry, but I want her to understand. Listen here. If you don't want things to get more
Forget it. There's no point in quarreling.
Es que es un problema la forma de
It's
hablar.
all right. This happens quite often.
Actually, Paimon thinks we should apologize for asking you to demonstrate for us.
What can we do? The Lauren's name is already a dirty word among every household in Mondstadt. Don't worry. What with me being a Knight of Favonius, they're usually willing to... Perhaps my aristocratic manner of speech provoked them today.
So this is the way things are normally for you?
That's the way things are. Perhaps it's just fate for those who have made mistakes. Accepting punishment is only fair. As memories are carried in the city breeze, the faults of such grievances are past. At least I have a means of living a relatively normal life compared to the elders of my family.
Yeah! Why were you so willing to try and demonstrate for us?
Oh, that reminds me. That last person will not escape my vengeance either. Let's leave it at that. But unfortunately, you probably didn't learn much from those conversations. It seems we...
No need! Besides, the Traveler's pretty sharp, and nothing... Right? Right?
Cierto, cierto.
Just have to roll with it for now. Let's just keep Eula from getting anyone else riled up.
Well then, I'm glad you learned something. You're already half... A proper manner of speech is more aesthetic than anything else. But we must also practice your bearing. I have a very effective way of training for this.
A Espina Dragón, ojo. Tenemos que ir a Espina Dragón, ¿eh? A ver. Vale.
It's so cold.
If you wish to truly achieve the dignified conduct of an aristocrat, you must learn to remain composed. For example, you can see that part of the path up ahead is... But a well-trained aristocrat would not only effortlessly proceed forward, but do so with a...
Paimon thinks we've left the realm of aristocrats and entered the realm of... Compared to what we've already seen, this should be a piece of cake. Uh-huh. This is where you can finally apply some of your...
You look... All right, let's get started. Remember, you must be graceful and elegant.
O sea, tengo que ir con elegancia, ¿no? Es decir, voy así. No tengo frío. Soy fantástico. Puedo con todo.
¡Ah!
¡Ah! Que no me puedo... ¡Ah, amigo! Que no me puedo pinchar. Vale, vale. Vale, vale, vale. ¿Qué? Ojo que tengo tiempo, ¿eh? Casi... ¡No! ¿Me muero? Vale, completado, perfecto.
Not bad. A lot better than I had anticipated. Don't flatter yourself. This scenario was relatively simple. In the face of a real battle, there's a ley line monolith just up ahead that will attract. True elegance is the ability to calmly yet swiftly make decisions in the heat of battle. My family set only the highest expectations for me. Let's proceed.
Ojo. Vale, quiero mirar una cosa que hemos visto por aquí, que me ha llamado mucho la atención. Lo he visto antes, tío. Lo he visto antes en el mapa y he dicho, va, no lo voy a hacer porque, total, no pasa nada, ¿no? Pero lo he visto antes, colega. He visto aquí un... Imaginaciones mías. No sé, tío. Ah, míralo, está ahí arriba.
This is the ley line monolith. Go ahead, activate it. But be careful not to get launched into the air or frozen while fighting. That would be most unsightly. You failed this time.
Ah,
What a
fuck
shame.
you.
But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try. You failed this time.
No,
What a
me han
shame.
congelado normal. Vale, vale.
But not to worry. It's just training after all. Let's try again.
Time for takeoff. What?
Well done. Your performance, and you managed to remain calm even in these grueling dragon spine surroundings. Given such an outstanding performance, it
Like Paimon said, adventure. So that's it for our training, right?
Hold on. I was commending the Traveler's performance just now. You...
What? You mean Paimon was?
Yes, of course. You were frantically flying and dashing about throughout the entire thing. Not
Le ha
an
dicho la pura
elegant
verdad,
sight at
vaya.
all. Did you even listen to anything I was trying to teach you?
Yeah, that's it.
Whatever the reason, not heeding my instruction. Now, drink.
Huh? What is it?
Certainly not. Didn't you just say that you were freezing? Drink it and it'll help warm you.
Oh, thank you.
If I wasn't, then why would I care about you being cold? If you turned into a Paimon popsicle, So, dear friend, don't die on me.
Ah! Paimon knew something was off.
All in the name of vengeance. No need to Now then, given that your training is complete, it's time we return to Mondstadt. I already have something in mind. Let's pay Sarah...
Oh. A Sara, Quiero ver eso de ahí, tío, ¿qué es? ¿Por qué brilla? Ah, vale, lo de los peces. Vale, vale, vale. Pasando 3 kilos de eso, Vale, me sigue mosqueando lo que hemos visto antes.
I'll protect us.
Brace yourselves.
Esto no es nada, seguir qué, vale. ¿Y dónde está esto? Ah, amigo. Amigos, pues vamos a ir a hacer una cosita antes de nada. Porque estos son cosas nuevas, estos son unas cosas que debería haber hecho ya en su momento, pero no los tengo hecho porque, en fin, cosas de la vida. Ofrecer. Me quedan 20 de esto, tío. Conforme recibe ofrenda y crece, la está mayor, para ser raíces en el sentido de descubrir más agatas. Ah, agatas escarlata, bla 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 bla. Me parece bien, pero me da igual. Oh, maravilloso. Maravilloso. Moras, moras. Ah, vale, que hay cosas nuevas por aquí. Cosecha helada. Pasando, tío. Esto ya lo haré fuera de cámara. Lo siento. Lo siento mucho. Ojo, vamos a comer. Ah, mira, Amber. Hola, Amber, ¿qué pasa?
Oh, hey, Eula. I see you've met the honorary knight.
We meet again, Amber. Seems we're just bound to run into you these days.
Well, I just got back and was thinking about grabbing a bite at Good Hunter. But now that you're here, why don't we all eat?
Very well. It's been some time since we've last... Come, take a seat. We can discuss my uncle's gift while we...
Después de esta invitación a Eula y tú
Yes?
se siente.
Is there something else you'd like to... Could you please prepare a serving of my uncle's favorite, gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut? We'll take it as a gift.
Coming right up. It'll take some time to prepare. I'll have it here at the counter once it's ready.
Hold on a moment. Is this satisfying salad also...
No, she didn't order it. But because she didn't order any vegetables, I thought I'd throw in a salad on the house. You know.
So, we clearly didn't order this. Yet you prepared it without authorization.
¿Pero qué le pasa, tío? ¿Qué le pasa? Le molesta todo. ¿Qué dices?
You're gonna take revenge on her for getting...
You should know me by now. That's the kind of villainous character... Well, then... please wait a moment while I get the dish for your uncle started.
Delicious unauthorized delicacies.
Why would you choose gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut as a gift for your uncle?
This dish isn't actually on Good Hunter's menu. Only long-standing patrons such as my uncle would know about the dish.
Because of the sour flavor of the sauerkraut, not too many people are fond of it these days. I guess it's... Eula treated me to the dish once, and I couldn't even finish a bite. I've nicknamed it gebratenes Fleisch.
I never expected us to have such completely different tastes in food. If I weren't in such a good mood, I'd say that constitutes grounds for transgression. Of course not. It's hard to find someone in Mondstadt that attracts
It's fine when you're just joking between us. But I'm afraid our honorary knight, Eula's always talking about vengeance. But that's just how she is. It's not...
But I am serious. And I'll remember every transgression committed against me.
Paimon's starting to realize that Eula is actually a very good... There's no need to be so awkward when you want to say...
Listen, you've never been labeled as a social pariah, have you?
What?
So that's why you wouldn't understand how hard it is for a bad person to try to be good. All right, no need to look so sullen. I'm just kidding.
Madre mía, todo es transgresión y venganzas.
I'm stuffed. I'll see Sarah about...
No need. I've left the mora under the plate. If you try to settle it with her in person, she won't accept payment for the salad. Don't underestimate my ability to exact revenge. All right. Next, you should pay my uncle a visit. He has a small camp at the top of the mountain.
Aren't you...
I'm afraid that wouldn't be very convenient for me. Ah, yes. Please do remember to pick up the dish from Sarah.
I still have more recon to do in the wilderness.
Let's meet again. What an interesting...
Vale. Entonces tenemos que ir... O sea, tenemos que hablar con esta mujer. Me tiene que dar el plato.
Here, the gebratenes Fleisch mit Sauerkraut is ready to go. And by the way, don't worry too much when Eula says strange things.
Paimon's been meaning to ask. No one could stand the sight of Eula, but she seemed to get along fine with you and Amber.
The people of Mondstadt don't take kindly to anyone bearing. They are unable to see past her family. Therefore, they don't act. So no matter what Eula tries to do, it's seen as a wrongdoing. It essentially strips the meaning of anything.
How come you're able to see Eula different?
Well, when she joined the Knights of Favonius, it caused quite an up. Many people signed a petition demanding that the Knights reverse their decision. At the same time, numerous members of the Lawrence clan crowded the entrance of the Knights of Favonius head.
Whoa! So both sides were...
That's right. So you can imagine how determined Eula... But thanks to Grandmaster Varka and the unwavering attitudes of others in the Knights of Favonius, they were able to quell the... In the eyes of the people, she's a stain on the Knights of Favonia, but she simply fulfills her duty as a knight, silently helping one person after. People like Eula should be approached with care and understanding. She could stand to be treated a little more fairly. I believe a day will come when things will get better.
Once everything's settled, we should go talk to Eula again.
I'm glad. I think that would make her very... Take care. Please...
Es como una especie de tsundere, tío. Acabo de caer. Es como una especie de tsundere. O sea, si quiere decir algo que le gusta realmente, va a decir lo contrario. Es buena tsundere. Pensadlo. Pa 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 pam pa pa pam. ¿Quién hay ahí? Ah, mira, es el tipo este, ¿no?
The tent seems to be pretty tattered, but could this be another aristocrat?
Ah, it's you again. I thought I had rid myself. Magnanimous. Very well. I'm certainly not one to be narrow-minded. I'll over...
Wow, this guy thinks so...
Ah, a kindred spirit, I see. Yes, we must resist. Impressive. My intentions were to test your humility.
Oh, so he was testing us.
Your conduct is satisfactory. I must say, such progress, if I may ask, from whence did you learn such a civilized manner of speech? Ah, good. Very good. You are bright, and compared with the common folk of Mondstadt...
By the way, we brought a gift. Ahem. Paimon means we would like to present you with...
Could this be? It's evident that your sentiment is genuine. As a young person nowadays, only with no... It's been so long since I dug into a big, tasty... Ah, yes. This aroma.
Now even Paimon's starting to wonder what it takes...
I acknowledge your genuine goodwill. Such sincerity must... wait, so you've come to know of this, too? It was... Well, considering your meticulous etiquette, you must be a talent of unusual... Please, come with me. We happen to be in need of to see some... friends from a distant land. They have offered their assistance...
Ojo, los fatui, ¿eh? Los fatui.
Well then, let's get going.
Cuidado, ¿eh? Cuidado, cuidado.
Do you think his friends are the Fatui?
Que bien los fatui, ¿eh?
If the Fatui happen to recognize you, what should we do?
Pues nada, nos pegaremos de hostias. O sea, nos pegaremos una paliza y ya está. Vale, voy a ir a por este también. Que son materiales gratis, tío. ¿Dónde tenemos que ir? ¿Para abajo? Ah. Ojo, pues sí. Pues sí, hay que entrar. Vale, me dice que pille un crío, pero voy a pasar, ¿eh? No lo voy a coger porque... Bueno, no lo voy a pillar porque no me apetece.
Why have you put on a mask all of a sudden? Even if they are powerful, our status is much higher, and therefore we shouldn't allow them to admire our true face.
Good thinking. Paimon thought for sure...
Let's proceed, shall we? As you'll see in a moment, there are many already helping us. I heard that this area had already been purged once by the Knights of Favonius, but it's the only place around Mondstadt that is well concealed and spacious enough. Although it has fallen into disrepair and does not suit the tastes of the nobility, we simply have to make do for now.
Sorry, can we walk any faster?
Of course not. An aristocrat always moves with grace in his steps. Moving hurriedly is...
As expected, it's the Fatui!
As expected?
Because we always see them around the city. They must be very powerful.
Huh. Nothing more than foreign ruffians with power and the ability to flaunt it. But they are favorable business partners.
Hold it right there! Who's...
If you really... They're my guests. If you happen to offend them in even the slightest, then you will be...
But this matter is of utmost secrecy. We must exercise...
You dare question the ways of a nobleman?
No need to sound all high and mighty like that. Fine.
Cuidado, cuidado, que estás hablando de los Fatui, compañero.
Guys, they don't dare to question you.
Of course. That is the benefit of prestige. In past times, it would be a dire offense to speak to a nobleman in such a manner. We could determine a person's fate with the blink of an eye. And such glory will return to me again before long.
Where have I seen this person before? And who, may I ask, is this? We mustn't bring...
This is our new ally that I've recently met. They are completely trustworthy.
Our plans are strictly confidential. It's not wise to bring it. Furthermore, there's been word that an outlander who joined the Knights of...
Don't be ridiculous. Besides, my guest is well versed in the etiquette of the Knights of Favonius. Pay no regard to such...
And what about this?
Enough! You dare question my word? Need I remind you who, without the support of the Lawrence clan, you would have all been... You must immediately offer your sincerest apologies to my friend.
Fine. I'll take your word. And now, to the matter at hand. Did you bring the diagram?
Oh, so that's what...
Yes, of course.
Let me see. Aha. Why is it so poorly drawn?
Excuse me? I'll have you know that I went to great lengths. That shape is the symbol...
I see. Crude, but I can make do.
Of course, you needn't worry about that. Don't forget what we agreed upon. The flag of the Lawrence, the rights to that building, as well as the whole of
Yes, we will both profit from this agreement. There's no use... We will make good use of the intel you provided. Also, be certain...
Don't worry, this matter is only between you and I. And my new... Once this is over, I shall stand atop the Favonius headquarters and rebuke their pathetic rule over Mondstadt.
Este tío es tonto, ¿eh?
Perfect. Just as it...
May I remind you once again that we mustn't act...
Very well.
Huh? What are you doing?
That's right! It's the honorary knight and their trusty companion, Paimon! We're here to...
So this was all just a ploy to...
It's your own fault! Who would put so much trust in some...
After so much planning, this is how it ends? Huh? We'll see about that!
¿Dónde vas? ¿Dónde vas? ¿Dónde vas, compañero?
Just as I expected. I knew I should have never trusted. No matter. We already have the intel we need.
They're running off in different directions. Paimon remembers that this place is a dead end. Let's take care of the Fatui first and then deal with Schubert later.
I would have got...
Don't be a killjoy! We've only just begun! That all you got? Keep back! You can't run! Well, let's try.
Out of the
Looks
front,
like I...
into the fire! Eat this! The door is open! Let's go!
¡Ojo!
Is that you?
Don't touch me! Get out of my...
It seems we finally caught up with you. This place... Oh, it's you. It seems your investigation went well.
Aha! I see now. So you're the one that taught. Furthermore, there is a rule in our family. Such traditions are never to be taught.
Ah, yes. Rings a bell. So what? I had...
You have brought shame to our family and ruined...
I know that you poured great efforts into these plans, Uncle. But you were well aware that it was not the right thing to do.
Knight of Favonius? Let's get one thing straight. I am your uncle, and you still have a chance. defeat every knight of Favonius here, and then I shall plead with the family to spare you and give you a new beginning.
So just to be clear, you want a Knight of Favonius to—
I shall say this one last time. You are not. The blood of the Lawrence clan flows in your veins. You must comply with the will—
Since when have I ever complied with the will of the family?
Oh, boom.
Why, you are—
If anyone should be angry, it should be me. As a member of the Lawrence clan, you knowingly plotted against the city of Mondstadt, and had you ever stopped to consider the trouble it would bring to so many people? Had you considered how many enemies you would make, trying to keep—
You dare lecture me?
That's right. In the name of the family that you so dearly— I've never experienced the age of glory you always speak of. And I've never understood— But I am capable of discerning right from wrong. And I deeply understand what— The Lawrence clan should never and will never become what you've dreamed it to be.
Oh, the disgrace of it all! How could such a rebellious
Things are starting to get pretty hysterical here. Politeness and elegance—
That's enough fuss for today. You two, take him away. The honorary knight— Given that you've already taken action, I assume you—
Paimon took a peek at their diagram. Your uncle had mapped out all of the
And there was me thinking that he was just another elder of the family. And a lazy— Let's discuss this later. Our
A recuperar el mapa, ¿no? Venga, vámonos. ¡Oh! Tenemos a Eula. Quiero ver lo que tiene. La Oda de los Pinos. Obviamente no tengo yo este arma. Y esto es la habilidad definitiva. Vale. No ha sido para tanto, ¿no?
They're here! Stop them!
More speed. Rack and ruin.
Finally, so quiet.
Vale.
More speed. More speed.
This
Crush.
only just begun. Shouldn't get careless.
Beg for mercy.
Can't run. Well, you can't hurry up. I must collect myself. This was well
Let
done.
the show begin.
Feel clogged. This isn't over. This is trouble.
I condemn you.
Finally, some quiet.
Booba, get them!
Stay right there.
Crush. Freeze to the core. More speed.
This isn't good.
At the frying pan.
Isn't time for a break yet. How can this be? My work. This is trouble. The loneliness,
Vale.
death.
¿Hay algo más por aquí? Yo creo que no, ¿no? Bueno, debería inspeccionar por aquí arriba, porque seguramente puede haber cofres. Y esas cosas. Vaya. Y encima no puedo escalar, perfecto. Nada, a subir de nuevo. Hay que mirar por todos lados siempre. En los dominios, uno tiene que mirar por todos lados. No se sabe si va a encontrar algún cofre, no lo encuentra. En este caso tiene pinta de que no va a haber cofre alguno. Tiene mucha pinta, ¿vale? Pero repito, hay que mirar, ¿eh? Siempre, siempre, siempre hay que mirar. Vale, por aquí no hay nada y por aquí no hay nada. Vale, muy bien, no hay nada. Mira, lo hemos mirado y al menos nos hemos quedado tranquilos de que no hay nada para... No hay ningún cofre para abrir.
Shudder.
That's where they put the diagram!
This here, huh? I guess there's no other option but to fight. Keep back! You dare provoke me! Fatui, come forth and dispose of them!
Venga, que venga, venga. Vamos.
No escape. I taste blood. You can't run dead. Must counterattack.
Let's play. Time for takeoff.
Let's dance.
Vale, no hay cofre por aquí. Y creo que en el otro lado tampoco hay, ¿eh?
This is trouble. Finally.
Había un cofre. He visto un cofre, ¿eh?
This must be it. They may very well have already made it, but without my uncle as their puppet, there'd be no use.
The Fatui wouldn't have relied only on...
True. But if their plan had hinged purely on taking Mondstadt by... The Fatui are dishonest, but they wouldn't go as far as to start an open war. Anyway, I'll inform the acting Grandmaster. She'll know...
Oh yeah! You suddenly appeared...
Yeah, about that. Because you stole my targets by attacking the Fatui I'd been tracking earlier. I came to exact my vengeance. You tried to do my job for me, and I'm...
No entiendo. No lo entiendo lo que dice.
Everyone understands what you're saying. In reality, you sensed that you were worried about us and your uncle, so you brought a team to take a...
My purpose was vengeance. Don't twist the story. You don't look too bright, but it turns out you have a knack, and mark my words, I'll remember...
Hey! What do you mean Paimon doesn't look too bright?
You have seeded a deep enmity between us. Even if you were to be completely destroyed, I would never forgive...
Bring it on!
I like your fighting spirit. I'll take this diagram back to the Knights of...
Sure! Well, see...
That you will. And make sure not to steal my...
Vale, hemos terminado supuestamente la misión legendaria de Eula, ¿vale? No sé si me va a dar tiempo a hacer otra misión. Pero bueno, lo iremos viendo sobre la marcha, ¿vale? A ver, me dan 900 y pico. Aquí no he visto nada, ¿no? No, no he visto nada. Vale, vale. Vamos a abrir este cofre, que me darán cosas, obviamente, como siempre. Pim, 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 pim. Vale. Y salimos. Muy bien. ¿Me dará tiempo a hacer esa misión, tío? Vale, pues nada, lo dicho, hemos hecho ya la misión de Eula, hemos terminado.